Angular is the perfect mix between a modern dev experience and a mature ecosystem. Granted, the framework had its ups and downs and went through more major reworks than I could count, but what you might not realize is that Angular might be the wisest choice for both small startups and large enterprise projects. Its latest version is the best one yet, so let's see modern Angular in action by reviewing 20 of its most important features while creating a to-do app. We'll start a new project using the Angular CLI, which offers a wide range of commands to automate repetitive tasks and enforce best practices. Angular apps are built from independent components, which are simple classes annotated with the component decorator. Here we'll define the custom tag used to insert the component into a template. Angular comes packed with a powerful module system that allows developers to structure their application into cohesive blocks of functionality, making it easier to manage, maintain, and scale the codebase. However, we can opt out from this constraint by marking the component as standalone. Then, we'll use the imports array to declare components and modules our code might depend on, and then link the template and styling files associated with this class. What's interesting is that while having separate files for component class, template, and styles is the most common way to structure components, you can also define single-file components with the template and styles properties. Okay. Moving to something a bit more involved, reactivity is the magic behind any modern web app. In Angular, signals are used to keep track of internal state. Whenever signals are changed, computed values and the associated DOM elements are updated. We'll use the onInit lifecycle hook to load the tasks when the component is first mounted in the DOM, and then we can jump into the HTML file to define our template. We can render elements in the page with the double bracket syntax and use the built-in control flow to conditionally render or display lists of elements. We can bind component data to element attributes using square brackets and register event listeners for task saving and toggling using parentheses. Let's jump back into the class component to define the listeners. In the save function, we'll simply push a new entry in the task list and then update the signal value. Note that Angular is tracking references to detect signal changes, so we'll use array destructuring to get a new array reference. This is why we'll follow the same approach to force a change detection when the task status is updated. Okay, next, Angular offers a handful of interesting features that will allow us to improve our codebase. By the way, you are watching the snippet, the fast-paced No BS series where we are reading code to get better at writing code. We can use reactive forms to better capture user input. We need to first import this module in our component and then define a form group. The group is initialized in the constructor, where we'll have access to a helper through dependency injection. Next, in the template, we'll replace our footer with a reactive form. Once the form group and the form control are bound, we can jump back into the save function and make the necessary changes. While this might not look like much in our small demo, reactive forms will give you better control over data and validation in complex projects. We can also extract the task line view in a separate component and pass in the object and the toggle handler as properties. Since the task line might grow in size, we have the option to defer its rendering, which will improve the initial loading of our app by splitting the JS served to the browser into multiple smaller chunks. In the child component, we can receive properties from parents via inputs and send information back to the outside scope via outputs. We can also use pipes which have to be imported and then added in the templates to easily transform the data. Whenever a task is marked as done, the onToggle function will be called and an event will be emitted. If you like this fast-paced style but want a deeper dive into front-end concepts, take a look at my Yes.js course or check out one of my other videos. Until next time, thank you for watching.